The Royal Saint Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force extends a warm invitation to you to be on the beat. Yes, it's on the beat. Mondays, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on NBC Radio. Get up-to-date information on crime, other police-related issues, and tips on how to better secure yourselves and properties. Join us and share your views on this informative, interesting, and interactive program. On the beat, Mondays, 8 p.m. with the kind courtesy of NBC Radio.
Good evening, and welcome again to another edition of the Police on the Beat program. My name is Inspector Junior Simmons, and I'm your host for this evening program. Police on the Beat is heard only on Radio 75, NBC Radio, and is also sponsored by this radio station. The Police on the Beat is an interactive program which seeks to foster and further develop that very important partnership between the police and the public. And this evening, we are very happy to be once again in your homes, in your living rooms, as we share with you what we as a police force is and has been doing to protect our citizens, prevent crime and violence in our beautiful country, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. The Police on the Beat comes to you under the auspices of the Public Relations Department and complaints of the Royal Saint Vincent Grenadines Police Force. And this evening, we have two special guests in the studio, in the persons of the Acting Commissioner of Police, Mr. Collin John, and the Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Frankie Joseph. But before I further ask the gentlemen to introduce themselves, I wish to tell you that the Police on the Beat program is an interactive program. You can call us at 4572705. That's the studio number, and the Magic Jack number is 516-350-9891. The numbers again, 4572705, studio number, and the Magic Jack number is 516-350-9891. Commissioner Police, Deputy Commissioner, welcome to the studios of Radio 75 and to the Police on the Beat program.
Thank you, Inspector Simmons. Thank you for inviting me. Before I proceed, I would like to congratulate Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Frankie Joseph, on the new position. So Joseph is a person who I know for several decades. I know him as a very humble person.
Yes.
A person who I know can walk along with. We worked at immigration several years. We also studied in England together. He has a wealth of knowledge. He's a person who is easy to get along with. So I really look forward to the cooperation and for the enhancement of the police force and the betterment of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a whole. I will also like to say a pleasant good night to the listening audience,
Yes.
the general public of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Just want to at this point thank them for their support and cooperation during 2017 and before then, and look forward to your continued support and cooperation in 2018 and beyond.
Indeed.
Thank you very
Deputy
much,
Commissioner.
Inspector Simmons. Let me say a pleasant good night to the listening public of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, those that listen in the diaspora, and those on the World Wide Web. Let me take this opportunity to wish all a Happy New Year and hope that 2018 is prosperous for them. And let me also take this opportunity to wish the entire police force
Yes.
all the best for the new year. And let me publicly congratulate Commissioner of Police Acting Mr. Collin John, as he stated earlier, that our relationship actually went back decades.
Yes.
We were at immigration together, and we were actually working in the same team together. And I think it was either last year or 2 years ago I posted a photo on Facebook with both of us when we were working at immigration. We were in our uniform at Joshua Airport, and we took a photograph.
Yes.
And I sent it for him, and I posted on Facebook, and I say, guess who those two immigration officers are? And people would
they were making their guesses.
Yes. They eventually got it right.
Okay.
And then, as he stated, we studied in England. It's like we were on the phone. He was staying in London. I was staying in Highwycombe. But then it's like we on the phone every day as though we were close by, because we had that relationship from since we were at immigration.
Yes.
And even when he was at the DPP's office, we would meet and we would chat all the time. We would discuss about issues, within the organization and things like that. He would, give me ideas at the time when he was at the DPP's office. So we have that relationship, and then since the deputy came back, since the commissioner came back
Yes.
as deputy, our relationship grew, actually, because we were, neighbors in our offices.
Okay.
So I would be in his office, he would be in mine, and then we will, discuss a lot of things in terms of progress within the organization and things that we would like to see implemented and everything like that. So we have that relationship, and I know that we are going to continue to build on that relationship.
Yes.
And for this 2018, we are hoping that that we will be able to put the necessary things in place to actually take control of things within the state.
Excellent. So, this is definitely a great team. And, throughout my 25 years in this organization, it's the first time, I'm witnessing the two top persons, the commissioner and deputy commissioner, at this young age. I've worked, with several commissioners of police, but there was always a disparity in the ages. But, we have two young, brilliant minds, intentions at the helm. And, I also, Commissioner, I want to congratulate you and Deputy Commissioner Joseph on your appointments. Commissioner, retired 5-star General Collin Powell, your namesake, and former Secretary of State, he once said that a dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Was it ever your dream, when you joined the police force decades ago, to become Commissioner of Police?
It's a thought I had in mind. I always aspire to reach as far as possible.
Yes.
If I didn't achieve that goal, I would not have been totally disappointed. Once I was satisfied that I did my best,
Yes.
and that the police force benefited from my best effort,
Yes.
that would have given me satisfaction.
Okay. So, your sweat, determination, hard work has paid off.
Yes, and thanks to God for granting me this gift and for allowing me to reach this position, because with my effort alone, I could not have reached where I am.
Exactly. We can do nothing without him. As the current head of the police force, Commissioner of Police, you now have to manage an organization with over 900 employees, including the Coast Guard.
And fire.
And fire as well. And outside of the public service, I believe the police force is the largest government institution. In addition, there are several other assets, vehicles, buildings, and so forth to manage. How challenging, would it be, to manage all of these resources? What's your plan to manage, this large amount of resources, human, technical, and material resources?
It would be a challenge, but in no way insurmountable. Reason being that we have a large cadre of dedicated, loyal, hard-working police officers.
Yes.
The majority, about more than 95% of the police officers are loyal, dedicated, and hardworking.
Yes.
There are few who are doing things that they're not supposed to do and are not putting in the effort that they're supposed to. But we have mechanisms in place to deal with that. Also, the very supportive team,
Yes.
the deputy, the ACPs, especially ACP Samson, Benjamin,
Yes.
they give full support. I also would want to divert a bit and to show appreciation to the former members of the police force. Immediately coming to mind, former Commissioner Hathaway,
Yes,
who
yes.
immediately preceded me. He's a person I have great respect for. We also studied in England.
Yes.
We worked together part-time when we were in England.
Right.
During my stint back in the police force, I learned quite a lot from him. I also learned a lot from former Commissioner Charles and Commissioner Keith Miller.
Yes. Yes.
So there a little, I can take a little from this one and a little from that one and really merge it and with my own ideas
Yes.
and the ideas of the persons who are currently in the police force to make the police force a better place. I also would really like to publicly thank some former police officers like Jonathan Nichols,
Yes.
Brinsley Ballantyne, Willisford Caesar. I don't want to get in trouble because I might
Calling names.
yeah, but
Yes.
persons like that, they really significantly impacted on the organization. Ruth Jacobs,
Yes.
and persons, they're police to their heart, and they're still very much police officers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct. I want us to do a review of 2017 in a while, but before we go there, I want both of you to tell the listening audience what are some of the improvements in policies with regards to to the police force. How is the police force different and better today than when both of you would have enlisted decades ago? And you can share your views and ideas.
I've been speaking a lot, so I'm good with
Okay.
It is going to be what should I say, a challenge making the comparison, because oftentimes you would hear that the police force long ago or police long ago are not like the police today.
Yes.
Some would say that the police long ago were more dedicated. Whether that is so, I really can't. I'm not going to get into that to say, well, yes.
That comparison. Yes.
Okay, but people would make that comparison. But there are vast improvement in terms of the policing when I just joined and now.
Yes.
Because for instance, it's like there are more training available.
Yes.
There are more qualified persons who are being recruited.
Yes.
And more police officers are pursuing higher education.
Yes. Exactly.
For instance, when I joined, I can't remember that we had any lawyers in the police force.
Right.
It's like pursuing further education was far and few in between. And if you look, you carry out an assessment within the organization, you would see a number of persons who have degrees, a number of persons who have associate degrees and certificates in management and whatever.
Yes.
So people are qualifying themselves more than the days when I joined. Even in terms of the infrastructure, we have better police stations.
Yes.
Than what used to be existed. We have more transport.
Yes.
Yes, there are always an increase in crime, but the thing about it is that crime is something that is not going to leave us. And with development comes with increase of crimes. And the exports will tell you that.
Yes.
Improvement in development within a country, you always have increase in crimes. So what we have to seek to do now is to put the necessary strategies in place to actually take care of that. But the force has come a long way from 1987 when I joined to 2018.
Okay. And I believe both of you would have joined 1 year apart.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes. Yeah, months
Months apart. Okay.
apart.
Yeah, we also have an IT department
Yes.
who is doing a very good job. Most of the crimes committed now have some aspect of IT to it, where cell phone is used, some other devices used in the to assist in the commission of those crimes. So an IT department is really essential at this point. We also are improving on the record.
Commissioner, we seem to have a call. If you could hold it out. Caller, good evening and welcome to Police on the Beat. Caller, you seem like you listen to your computer. If you could.
Okay, it's down now. And good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Somebody just mentioned that there are more police transport available now. Sometimes we hear that a vehicle is not available. Something happened and the police station doesn't have a vehicle available. So my question is, do you have more vehicles now? Do you have an adequate amount? Do you think you have an adequate amount? Do you think you need more?
Caller.
Thank you, caller.
It is a fact that we can, the organization itself could do well with more vehicles, but we have enough vehicles to attend to any incidents. Today, all of our divisions have 2 vehicles. Yes, one of the vehicle might have gone on a scene, but there is also available another vehicle. And if that vehicle is not available, there is the sister division that also has 2 vehicles. But the thing about it is that, and we keep on telling our police officers, that at no time they should be telling the general public. That is not the general public concern. They are affected and they need the police to get there. So police officers are not supposed to be telling the general public that they do not have a vehicle. Because we have vehicles within the organization. As I say, every division have 2 vehicles.
At least 2 vehicles.
At least 2 vehicles. Okay? And the sister division, which is close by, also have 2 vehicles. And that is something that we keep on telling our officers, that they are not supposed to be telling the public that. The public are in distress, and there is a reason why they call the police station, because they know that we are there to help them. So we have vehicles. Yes, we can do well with more vehicles, but we have vehicles to service the public.
Do they usually give you guys a reason why they say there's no vehicle available?
You see, and the amazing thing is that whenever we try to investigate these reports, the officers are always denying these allegations because it is a telephone call. And then these as a result, these are proven to be difficult to investigate. And that is the challenge that we always have when we are trying to investigate if the officers really and truly said these things to a person who called for assistance. But I can assure you that we have vehicles to service the public.
What about police personnel? You have 900 people in the force. Do you think you need more, or do you think you have an adequate amount?
Well, we can always
do it more.
We can always do it more, and just before the year end, I think it was in November.
Yes,
we recruited
about
36 persons recruited. So we have roughly about 1,000 persons. Yes, we can do it more, Okay, but we have officers, to actually service the St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes.
My final question for the new commissioner: what would he be doing about police brutality? There's always a concern there.
Okay. Police
I'll hang
brutality,
up and listen. Bye.
police brutality would not be encouraged. However, the law gives police the authority to use reasonable force. So, at times there is a thin line between what is regarded as police brutality and the use of reasonable force to apprehend a criminal.
Okay, thank you very much, caller, for those questions. Commissioner and Deputy, we're going to move on to, we're going to review 2017. The year has just ended. We are now into the second week of 2018, and no doubt, 2017 was a challenging year for the police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I want us to look back. Let us look at some of our successes, our high points in 2017, and also some of our challenges. But before we go there, there's another caller. Caller, good evening and welcome to Police on the Beat.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
This Connery has their own vehicle, Connery Police Station.
That's correct.
Okay, what time the station supposed to be closed, the Royal Station? Is there a special time?
There's some stations that would close at 10 o'clock, some would close at midnight, depends on the location. Some would run for 24 hours.
What about Georgetown?
I think it usually closes at midnight. But there's always a police officer on call in the event anything occur.
Okay, I spoke about drivers' vehicle with one light. It's very popular in the Georgetown area, and they're passing right in front of the police station. I know they'll be inside, but I think some of the police at least could be outside to check on drivers with one light. Sometimes I think it's a motorbike. It's very dangerous. Up to tonight, 2 vehicles passed me on the road with one light.
Okay, thanks for bringing this to our attention. We would draw to the attention of the divisional officer, who is currently ASP Trevor Bailey, and I'm sure that he would look into the matter.
Okay, can anything good come out of Goss?
We have a deputy commissioner here who's from Goss.
I am from Goss. I am a Goss one.
How are you, sir? Speaking?
I am good. No, I have not recognized the voice.
Okay. Dr. Frankie. I'll tell you next time. I'll WhatsApp you and tell you.
All right, okay.
I'm listening to you all. I try to listen almost every Monday night.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
have yourself a good night.
Yeah, I'm concerned about this one light in the street at night.
Okay, I
Just
just
really check in Georgetown.
I just made a record of it, so I would inform the divisional commander.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, thanks for your
I
contribution
wish
as
you all a
well.
blessed 2018.
Same to you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
Yes, Commissioner and Deputy Commissioner, we're going to look back at 2017, at our successes. We have had much successes, and we have also, had challenges as well. I want us to go through those as we proceed forward into the program.
Okay, so one of the successes.
We have another caller. Seems to be fast and furious. Caller, good evening, and welcome to Police on the Beat. We have Commissioner John and Deputy Commissioner Joseph with us tonight.
Yeah, good night to the panel.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
I'm a concerned trucker. I'm a truck man, owner and driver of a truck every day. But I want to draw the police attention to some vehicles that are affecting us daily, nightly. How about these vehicles? The majority of minibuses I'm talking about, that does not or did not came from the makers with these LED lights. These guys are buying some LED kits and put their headlamps at these white LED lights. And additional to that, they have two in the lower part of the bumper, which is supposed to be a park light or an extra light with an extra switch. They all are connected at one switch, and these guys don't dim, none tall at night. What happened to these vans when they came for inspection? I know there's some new vehicles that are installed or came from makers with these white headlamps, but I could bet my life that the majority of minivans, I am seeing them on the road every day. They are not new minibuses, and they all have these LED lights, and at night they will blind you. They will stop lifting off passengers with their lights on all the time. The police could do anything about it, about these lights?
Carla, one of the things about inspection is that these vehicles, when they are going to take these vehicles for inspections, they ensure that they do not have those lights. Because if they have those lights, they are not going to pass the inspection.
Well, I quite understand that, yes.
Okay? And I know what you're speaking about, because up to weekend, I went to two funerals, in one in Byra and one in South Rivers. And driving home sometime later in the night, I encountered those problems with those bright lights.
Right.
And one of the things that we are going to do this year is the traffic department is going to take a serious stance when it comes to these lights.
I wish that would happen very soon.
Yeah, because they are dangerous, and as you said, they don't dim dangerous. These lights.
They don't dim.
You know, and weekend I had to almost stop because I couldn't see where I was going.
Well,
so I had to just stop until the vehicle passed me.
It happens to me every night on the road that I chop to.
And these are very dangerous.
Yes, man.
And could cause accidents. So the traffic department is going to clamp down on these for 2018.
Well, I look forward to seeing that very soon.
Thank you very much, Carlo.
All right, that's my contribution.
Thank you very much.
All right, good night, sir.
Yes, Commissioner, you can continue with our successes for 2017.
Yes, based on the statistics that we have, the total number of crime in 2017 is 5,457. In 2016 was 5,779. So we had a reduction in crime.
Okay, we have another caller, Commissioner. Caller, welcome and good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, are you hearing me?
Yes,
go ahead.
Okay, I'm a taxi operator. My name is Harold Fernandez, better known as Nancy. I call my name. Everybody will agree. Not everybody, a lot of people on the road out there will agree with what I'm saying here tonight. Now, the police, I always like the police. Some people must realize that the police, Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, they come from Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, the woman and the men. And some people hate police because when police start to play straightforward, they decide that they don't say all manner of things about them. I like to cooperate. It's true that you got some police enforced. I think they can do better. Now, the point I'm making, we in a new year, and I would like the police and the government think positive and do something with these minivans. I'm a taxi operator. I go from Glen to Argyle every morning, and some night back last week I was coming down with two men pilots for VNC Aviation. They were going to Mariners and a lady. And the way how the minivan them getting on, they didn't please all day. Say that they're going to go to the Prime Minister and they didn't think they're coming back here. And I think the police, and I have a few of them. There's a guy who has a Diego. I know his father well, and the vehicle I might see the biggest number, I think is P. Okay, it's a 2 number and 23 is the number. And he just plays some games on the road and tapper. I think they should ban tapper from driving in the van. If you got 4 drivers, all of them is same. You paint all of them with the same brush. And I just saying like we're going on, the minivan them believe well they own the country. You will be going up and they overtake you on corners and these kind of thing. And these kind of things St. Vincent too small for that. And the people well and now every time they're asking me, Nancy, how much time more we have to, I say we will be there in 10 minutes. And when they get there, the company is going to pay and they give me $20 and tell me that, thank me very well for saving their lives in coming down. The minivan, I mean to say, everybody fighting for a dollar out there, whether you're a taxi or minivan, but at the end of the day, everybody has to eat the food. And I think they can do better. And I just see some ignorance. Argyle, sometimes when I come in Argyle, 3 days a week, I'm coming down, and when I come across Diamond, you will see 4 vehicles coming in the opposite direction, and one ain't have no light at all. All these lollies, this had to stop. If I have a vehicle ain't got light, I will pull aside and try the vehicle. So you could be driving a vehicle without light in a country like St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Look, a morning, somebody passed me right up at the minivan go over by Diamond, and a minivan passed me down. If one was coming down, he told them where to go over there. These things, the police, I would like to see that the government, you know, is a very hard country. All the country has police. But we're trying our best.
You know, caller, the van drivers, you know, and I really share your pain because, you know, but what the van drivers, I mean, they would do these things only when the police, you know, is not around. And, you know, that is why we need the support, I mean, of the public. You know, when the police, I mean, is not there. Once the police, I mean, is present, you know, they will not try this thing because the police will take action. But, you know, when we are not there, we want the public to take note, you know, of these van drivers, you know, their registration numbers, and even their names, and you know, and let us know so that you know we can take action against them. So we need the support, I mean, in that as well.
I think some of the police, who want to be this tunnel, like a blind eye to some of these minivans, they're going to take over this little country of ours, you know. And it's just lucky. Sometimes I go in country and I see there's a lot of places who need road defense. And one of these days, like you got a place when I pass the gas station in Provenvale, let me just think in terms. If we the airport and get the message that the minivan go over there, everybody dead and things, I want to know. I know the police have planned, you know, but I just want to tell them how they feel.
Okay, caller.
And it's changing the light, and your indicator light is supposed to be amber. They changing the bulb and put on a white bulb. One time when Theophilus Jackson was commissioner of police, he had a Toyota Corolla car, a brown, I think it's a mustard color. P68 was the number. He was driving behind a guy, and the guy run the indicator light through the, and then jump out of his vehicle, stop the man, and you know, tell him to disconnect. I see all kind of nonsense going on.
Yes, caller. Yes.
I have a lot of minivan friends, you know, but the behavior that they have to change. St. Vincent is too small. Every month a car boat coming in here, the country and getting bigger, and they had to cool out.
Okay.
And there's another thing again. This is my final one.
Yes.
You have police at Calico Police Station. And are you so happy when they put no parking by the right side?
I mean, painted sign there.
Paint the sign. And told them you see 2 minivan park there. They ain't doing the work. I know some of them come vex with me, but I ain't care. I'm very, very concerned about what's going on every day in the road with the minivans out there. Not to say I hate them. Everybody got to make $1. but the police had to bite the bullet and do something. We into a new year, and some of this nonsense must stop, and that's my contribution.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much.
Frank. Last point.
You know, there is a reason why we paint.
There's another caller line. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
A blessed good evening to you, Mr. Moderator.
Good evening to you as well, sir. Welcome to the program.
Good evening to the two commissioners.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Congratulations to you, Mr. John.
Thank you, sir.
And your recent appointment.
Thank you very much.
Namesake, a special good night.
Good night, sir.
And may God continue to help bless you all and your families.
Thank you.
Now, the police, my vocation, I accept with pride. With many and varied claims, I will never attempt to hide. I'll uphold my duties with dignity and pride. I will leave it there. I wouldn't go any more further. But what I want to say now, I really want to wish you guys continued success.
Thank you.
And let us work together a little harder to carry out our duties. Now, one of my problems is that police, most of the policemen and women, they are not performing the all-wrong police duties. For instance, as an observer, I have seen where traffic offenses especially are being committed in the presence of officers who are not traffic officers, and they wouldn't take any action. And I want to see more of this. I want to see police, be cohesive. Do the duties of a police officer. We know what our duties are. We must come out and do them. Don't put all the strain on the traffic officers. They are doing a wonderful job. And enough respect to them. But they need more support. I mean, we know the number of vehicles we have in our country. And for these officers we have at the traffic branch, they are not enough, really, for the amount of offenses that are being committed out there. You know, and I know they have the work cut out. So, Mr. Commissioner, if you could urge your officers to do more, more all-round police, regardless of what branch they're attached to. Let them do their more all-round, perform more all-round duties pertaining to policing. You know, this could help our country a great deal, man. The traffic, the minibus situation, that is in a serious mess. And I really like to see if something be done about the music especially. Now, some mornings ago, I went down in a minibus. Well, it was before the closing of the school session. Now I have to ask the conductor and the driver if this is the way we are preparing our children for the classroom. The high music, the speed and dropping down in a hole, and all these other things. When I got to tongue, I mean, I am in my low 60s now. I know they would be able to take these sort of things more than me. But when I got to Kingston, man, my head was hurting. You know, it's really a shame, man. We must do more to to assist our children and so on, and put more. Well, I know the government have to put these things in place. We have to do more to take care of our youths, man. I have several children. Well, I served in the organization for a good little while, a long time, I should say. And I want to say thank you, hearty thank you to the organization, especially those persons who would have seen it fit to put certain regulations in place so that police children could, could achieve certain goals. And I really want to say thank you. When I watch, the way my children perform from receiving police scholarships and all these other things, I am a proud father today. And this organization is no fly-by-night organization. But many of people who are serving, they treat it as that. But we are not no fly-by-night organization. We are a noble organization. I remember way back in 1974 when I was enlisted in the police force, the way I felt, I felt great achievement. But it seems to me like people now joining the constabulary just to receive a salary and just to show off and these sort of things. Let us wake up, work hard to build our country. This is our place.
Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we really appreciate your views and concerns, and we certainly look into them.
Yeah, I have a lot more to say, but I know somebody else has to get a chance. This is Mr. Liverpool, man. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you and good evening.
Thank you.
Okay,
caller,
Thank you, sir.
Caller, welcome to Police on the Beat. Okay, we have lost a caller. Yes, Commissioner, could you continue? With our successes for 2017?
Okay, before I continue, I just want to respond to the caller that had called immediately.
Yes.
Mr. Liverpool, as he identified himself. Just want to show the appreciation for the effort and for the hard work of our predecessors and the foundation that persons like Mr. Liverpool built. The police force is a better place as a result of their effort.
Correct.
As regard the successes, as I said before, we had a reduction in crime generally. We also, the moderate for the last year, we did not go beyond what was the year before.
Yes.
It's actually 40
Okay.
from the year before. It's something that we aim to improve on next year. I would want to also mention the anti-trafficking in persons unit.
Yes.
We moved from the tier 2 watch list to tier 2.
Yes.
And I just want to personally congratulate you and publicly congratulate you, Inspector Simmons. You currently the head of that unit.
Yes, sir.
I also want to thank former Superintendent Jacobs for the sterling contribution that she made to that unit. Also the other members of that organization. The FIU continue to be a very effective and efficient force.
Yes.
In St. Vincent and the Grenadines and within the Caribbean, and these are some of the successes that we achieved in 2017.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Caller, welcome to the Police on the Beat. Good evening. Caller, good evening. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm just here to ask a question.
Yes.
Okay, I like to avoid with the police, especially when they're on the street, directing the traffic. Okay? I would like to know if a police is directing a traffic and he said to stop, his hand is her hand not supposed to be up?
Yes. The police have to give signals, and the number one stop signal, is your hand must be up in the air.
Open palm.
Exactly.
Open palm.
Well, today I was coming down at the police was by CW Prescott School. I was coming down, traffic coming up. It was about minutes to 4, after 4 anyway, cross somebody. Okay, I was coming down. I saw the police there. Okay, she was calling the traffic that was coming up, but the traffic she had her other hand was down. Okay, how will I know if to pass or not to pass? When I passed, she said, you disobeyed the traffic. I said, officer, you didn't say to stop. Your hand wasn't up. So how will I know if to stop? She so she write me up. I said, that is the way you do it. I said, that's not the way you do it. I said, you didn't even warn me, nothing, and tell me, well, next time, be more careful or whatever the case. That's not the way to do it. And when they finish, they want the public out there to be on their side. You can't be on the side when they're being like that.
Okay.
If her hands was up, I have no problem. Her hands up, I know I have to stop. But her hands wasn't up. Her hands was down and calling the other traffic. Maybe at this time when I come down, maybe that at that time, she must have just put down her hand, okay, to turn around to call the other traffic. Maybe that is the case. But I know that her hands wasn't up. And I tried to explain to her. And they must be more cautious to people. They must know how to speak to people. I don't have a problem if I'm wrong, I get a case. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're in doing your work the way you're supposed to do it, I have a problem with that. Because she know her hands up, and a lot of people complain about the tall, clearish police with the way glass is. A lot of people just complain about her. She needs to know to talk to people. You ask her name, she don't want to answer. You ask her badge number, she don't want to answer. That's not the way. If she asks me my name, I'm sure she want me to answer.
Okay, caller.
So I would like to see that police cooperate with people more better than the way they do it now. The year just open. I would like to see that happen. It's not nice the way some of them, I'm not saying it's everybody,
Yes.
but some of them, the way they go about their job. It has, me and police, me and traffic officers friends.
Okay.
But if you're not doing your work properly, you understand? You just need to talk to them. Let them know how school keep. Because then if I see something happen and she come and ask me about to be a witness, I wouldn't go.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your contribution.
Know how to talk to people.
Okay.
And I appreciate the program very much.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. One of the things that we would be emphasizing as well is the improved customer service. In fact, the last police award, former Commissioner Hathaway introduced an award for the station with the best customer service and the section with the best customer service. So that is something that we would be continuing and something that we would be emphasizing for 2018 and beyond.
We do have another caller online. Caller, good evening and welcome to Police on the Beat. Good evening, caller.
Yes, officers, another problem the police need to really put a stamp on is the minibus drivers. From the time they leave, like flow coming up, if they're on the right-hand side, you just want to come over on the left and the conductor seems to control the driver. The conductor fanning you down behind. You want to just slip in the left side.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What you all doing about that? It's very rampant in Kingstown.
But driver, I can assure you that many of the times I drove that street, I would have seen police officers pulling over those minivans on numerous occasions and giving them cases. But one of the things is that if a police is not there, they are going to do it. When they do it, they would get away with it.
Exactly.
But a lot of the times, they are being caught. And the police are continuously giving them cases. But this is the culture of the minivans. It's like you would give them case and they would pay the ticket. Or you take them to court, they would pay the fine. So police, in the absence of a police there, the minivans are going to take the chance. But the majority of the times that they do that on the same street that you talk about there, they are being caught.
And when you leave the last bus stop after going down to the teachers' college, some of them just trying to take over on the left-hand side coming up after the bus stop there.
And I can assure you there also, a lot of them are being caught there by the police. And they take the route and go down to the police garage and come back up at the old Iti Joshua Airport. We also know about that.
All right, sir. Okay.
Thank you very much, caller.
If I can say, on the successes, we were able to launch our police website.
Yes.
Which is very good, and that is, it's where we are going to be feeding the general public with all of the necessary information.
Yes.
And I think your department send out the website information to all of the media houses.
Yes, the press releases.
Right, press releases and everything. So that was also a success for the organization. And one of the things that we had last year again for us is the relationship that we had with the general public.
Yes.
I think 2017 we had an improved relationship with the general public.
And that's what we need.
Because of that we got a lot of information. Pertinent information from the general public, and I'm hoping in this year 2018 we will further build on that relationship,
on that platform. Yes.
Yeah.
And the commissioner mentioned that we have had a reduction in our crime rate, over 2016.
Yeah.
And Deputy Commissioner, you're the recent Assistant Commissioner in charge of crimes. Can you tell the public, about some of the strategies that you've been doing to reduce crime, and some of the things that we continue to do in the future, to keep our crime rates, reducing and at a very good level.
And if I can just backtrack a bit, over the last 10 years, for every single year, we had a reduction in crime.
Yes.
I think for the last 10 years, included last year, we had a reduction, total reduction of over 3,000 reported offences.
Okay.
For over the last 10-year period.
Yes. We have a caller line. Caller, good evening, welcome to Police on the Beat.
Good evening, Inspector.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm blessed, thank you.
Good evening to Commissioner and Deputy.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good evening, thank you.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate both of you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
And also to wish you all the best for the new year.
Sounds like the Reverend.
I realize that it is a challenge that you gentlemen, well, all of you, have been placed into your laps at this particular time.
Yes.
Very challenging time. But I am certain that once the Lord is on your side, He would continue to see you through. So I want to ask the Commissioner and his deputy, gentlemen who I know quite well, that they continue to be resolute, continue to be strong, continue to keep God at the forefront of things, and I'm certain that He will give you the strength and the grace to undertake the task before you. It is a challenging task. You are now sitting in the metaphorically hot seat, and all of the responsibilities and all of the complaints, and I hear you start to get some so all here about this and about that and the next. You would always have that. But what I would suggest to you is continue to do your best. To work together, all of the members of the force as a team, because of course no one person can simply do everything, but no one person has the solution for every problem. But if you work together as an entity, pull your weight together, cooperate with each other, respect each other, and I'm certain you'll be able to overcome a lot of the hurdles that are before you. The challenges that are there, they would be there and they would continue. But as you continue to do what you should do, your public relations, your men and women working hard and cooperating, because of course you need that. You can't have people who just throw their hands up and just logging along. That won't help. You need people who are willing and who are ready to take on the task. And albeit very challenging, because you are treading on very dangerous grounds. The enemy is out there and you are also targeted. But with your own training, with your own knowledge, with your God-given ability, and of course, like I said, the cooperation and all of that, you're going to make a success out of it. So
yes.
Continue. So I'm calling tonight to, first of all, to congratulate you gentlemen, and to wish you all the best, and to let you know that you will make it. You will make it, and you can't take on the responsibility here by the grace of God. You can't take on the responsibility and say, whatever this and that. God on your side, and with all the other things in place, you're going to continue. So all the best, and God bless you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Pastor. And I just want to publicly thank you for the spiritual guidance and support that you're giving to the organization, the police force. We are cognizant of the fact that with all the training, with all the manpower, with all the weapons and equipment at our disposal, without God, we cannot really successfully deal with this issue of crime in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So thanks for what you are doing to the Royal Saint Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force.
Thank you. Deputy Commissioner, we still on the issue of crime. over the years, the police, have had several different initiatives to help to nurture our young people, and we believe that those initiatives, for example, like the Pan Against Crime, the police youth clubs, they have helped to really put a dent in the crime situation in our country. Can you elaborate further on those things?
One of our the prime function of the organization is the prevention of crimes.
Yes.
Because it is easier to prevent it than to look for a solution to investigate and to solve it. Okay? And therefore we took it on board that we have to invest in our youths. And in 2008 the Pan Against Crime was established. And as a result of the Pan Against Crime, we established, I think, 11 community bands in the communities, and this is where our young people were taught the art of playing steel pan, and then the government equipped them with a community band, and that has been going on for since 2008. They're very, very successful.
Yes.
And we have a number of young people within these bands, and these young people these bands help to keep these young people in checks and keep them occupied.
Yes.
In their spare time when they are not at school.
Yes.
And we have not carried out a survey, but one of the things that we try to do,
a scientific one.
Yes. But then in our own way of keeping tracks of persons who were enrolled in the Pan Against Crime. So far, none of these persons, young people who were involved in the Pan Against Crime, has not really come to the
attention of the police.
The attention of the police in terms of crimes. And we have also our police youth clubs. We have 27 so far, and they are very successful.
Yes.
And every summer we have a summer camp.
Yes.
And we have a number of young people in these police youth clubs. But this year, well, we had a discussion on Friday at officers' meeting in terms of the police youth clubs and Pan Against Crime.
Yes.
And we will be doing some extra work, additional work with these police youth clubs and the Pan Against Crime also. And as a matter of fact, we had a discussion at cabinet room involving all of the police officers, all of the hierarchy of the police force, along with the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, P.S. Pumpy.
Yes.
And we also focus on looking at the Pan Against Crime and the police youth clubs for this year, because we realize that these police youth clubs and the Pan Against Crime has been working tremendously, and we want to find a way to even lift the standard of the police youth club and to do an additional recruitment drive to see how we can strengthen, because the more youths we have in our reach under our care, it is going to be the better for the society,
for the nation. Thank you very much, Deputy. Commissioner, as we wrap up, because time is really on us. What's your blueprint? Your vision, your plan. As you move forward, as commissioner of this noble organization, and also, to deal with the crime situation in our country.
Okay, simply to build on the foundation that was set by the persons before. I do not intend to reinvent the wheel where it is not necessary.
Yes.
However, there are ways in which we can improve or can have new innovations. We currently have a draft strategic plan, a strategic crime plan.
Yes.
We intend to implement that by the first quarter of this year.
Correct.
We also intend to implement the performance enhancement system. Persons from time to time may have some quarrels about the way in which promotions are done.
Yes.
And that is something that we intend to look at in terms, with the intention of improving on this what currently exists.
Yes.
We also intend to improve in terms of the customer service of police officers.
Right.
and give more feedback in terms of when person make the report as to the status of those reports and to enlighten them as to where in the train of event the report is currently.
Yes, yeah.
So these are just some of the things that the list is by no way exhausted.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just don't have enough time for us to expand on these issues, Commissioner and Deputy. So we may have to invite you back again on another program.
Yes.
Callers, we want to thank you very much, listeners, and for listening to our program this evening. We have had Commissioner Collin John and Deputy Commissioner Frankie Joseph as our guest, and we thank you. Yes, we thank you very much. For listening, and we just would ask for some final comments.
Well, I want to say thanks to you, Inspector, for inviting me on the program. I want to say to the listening public that we have had a very good relationship in 2017, and I'm hoping that we can build on that relationship for 2018, because in this business of crime, the police can't do it alone.
Yes.
Because if we try to do it alone, we are not going to be successful. And crime is everybody's business. And every time I am on these programs, I love to give my number, because I want any citizen out there who is in distress to be able to call me.
Yes.
Okay, and I would give them whatever assistance that I can give. My cell phone number, I'm a public officer. My cell phone number is 496-5233. My office number is 4561339. Call me at any time, whether to give information or if you have a report that you feel that I can assist with, then you can just call me. But I want us to have a very good relationship.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and this has been another edition of the Police on the Beat program, heard only on the Radio 75 NBC Radio. I want to thank you very much, and thanks as well to Cassius for hosting us this evening. God bless you. Next Monday, God willing, there will be another Police on the Beat program. Thank you very much.
Royal Saint Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force extends a warm invitation to you to be on the beat. Yes, it's on the beat. Mondays, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on NBC Radio. Get up-to-date information on crime, other police-related issues, and tips on how to better secure yourselves and properties. Join us and share your views on this informative, interesting, and interactive program. On the beat, Mondays, 8 p.m. with the kind courtesy of NBC Radio.